700 National Guard members to control the potential trucker protests who are expected to coincide with next week's State of the Union address. Right now, the so-called People's Convoy is gearing up to leave California and head cross-country to the nation's capital. We are watching them get ready. They're going to be leaving California, Patrice, going to Ohio and then D.C. They're protesting the vaccine mandates, but as far as I can see, they have not been in any way violent. They've been pretty calm and peaceful protesting. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I've watched some of these interviews with people who are just regular truckers, people who are some of them vaccinated, but are just standing up for their rights. And so I think this new convoy of truckers are probably along the same vein. Now, I think Muriel Bowser, she's trying to get ahead of the story. I mean, if you remember, Maria, back in January, she released a letter January 5th of 2021, where she's saying, to the Pentagon, to, U.S. officials, no, we don't need additional law enforcement. We don't need support. Let the local police handle it. And then we saw what happened on January 6th. So
across the nation. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jed Baker. With more than 1,000 truckers in tow, the People's Convoy on its way to Washington, D.C. The convoy comes on the heels of a separate convoy in Canada protesting COVID-19 mandates. Fox 14's Jack Kessler has the latest. That story is first on Fox Tonight.
But on a global scale, this is a global issue, and we're standing up as citizens of the world to protect our God-given human rights.
Hundreds of people lined I-40 as the People's Convoy rolled through Amarillo to protest the continuation of pandemic mandates and the national emergency. According to the People's Convoy, they are demanding the declaration of national emergency concerning the COVID-19 pandemic be lifted immediately. Founding member for Panhandle Texans for Medical Choice, Ryan Brightbill, who helped welcome the People's Convoy Saturday, says it's time to lift the mandates as it's had an adverse impact on the nation.
Our organization believes that a medical decision such as a vaccine should be between a doctor and a patient, not from government bureaucrats in Washington, D.C.
The organizers of the People's Convoy raised more than $1.5 million for their cause.
But that cause, as states drop their mask mandates, our Holden Kowicki caught up with them to find out why they feel it's still important to continue their drive to Washington, D.C. Hold it.
The town of Cuba, Missouri typically has a population of around 3,300. But that changed when the People's Convoy came to town.
Cuba has never seen this many people, ever. And I've been in and out of Cuba for 40 years.
There's got to be over 10,000 of us.
They came here from all over the country.
Fredonia, Arizona.
I live actually just outside of Sullivan, a little town called Leslie.
But I now live in Oregon, and that's where I left from to join the convoy.
The convoy started in California 5 days ago to raise awareness about their demand that the declaration of national emergency concerning the COVID-19 pandemic be lifted.
It's not, I'm a Republican, you're a Democrat. It's about, I'm an American. And let's live like Americans.
Oh, we got to save this country. I don't want to leave the mess that we've got going on for my babies or my grandbabies or my great-grandchildren,
However, Missouri never had a statewide mask mandate.
We don't want any mandates.
And Illinois lifted their mask mandate on Monday.
Hey, the science changed and it has 18 wheels now.
But we're definitely moving away from the mandates, but most of us American citizens are afraid, and especially us type, are afraid they're going to bring them back for almost any reason.
With that in mind, I asked members of the group if they had a new goal before they gather outside of D.C.
We understand the mandates are ending, but this is about the rest of our freedoms. Don't lock us down. Don't take away what we have. Just let us be who we are and who we were.
The People's Convoy is going to roll out of Cuba around 7 a.m. on Tuesday morning. Illinois State Police have already issued a warning for drivers to expect delays in the Metro East, specifically around the I-55, I-70 corridor as the convoy makes its way towards Indianapolis.